Greetings again to all my fellow watch enthusiasts on YouTube and Facebook and wherever else this video is being seen and shared. It's Celine Driver once again. And have I got an unusual watch for you? Um, this is one that I'm pretty sure that the vast majority of people who see this video have never heard of the brand before and have probably never seen a watch from this brand before, particularly this one, which has got a very unusual couple of party tricks about it. It is, as you can see, from a watchmaker called Perrelet. I was pronouncing it very briefly Perrelet. But then somebody pointed out to me that no, Perrelet rhymes with, of all things, Chevrolet. So, Perrelet, Chevrolet, whatever. Anyway, that's how you pronounce it. This is a watch that I sort of, I guess you could say, inherited. It belonged to my father. He wasn't wearing it anymore, and thought I might have fun with it, so he turned it over to me to play with. And that was all great, and I appreciate whenever my father does that for me, but the problem was he and I have different wrist sizes, so it didn't fit initially, but I'll get to that in a minute. I know that folks hate it when I ramble instead of showing the watch. So the box is a pretty big size, as you can see, pretty good size across. And inside the outer box, we have the styrofoam, and in there we have the inner box where the watch is, and we have paperwork that I should probably return to my father. And under the styrofoam, we have the manual, which is inside this little folding envelope thing, and that's all that's in there. And we have, let's see, we have the, what is that? History du Perrelet, which is in all these lovely languages. French being the first one, owing to the country of origin. And let's see. So you can see that they claim a heritage all the way back to the late 1700s and so on. We have the guarantee. Yeah, I guess that says guarantee. And we have official agents and distributors. I'll get to that in a minute. Some of those official agents and distributors that I found while searching for a replacement watch band, yeah, they some of them aren't aware that they are distributors for Perrelet, whatever. Anyway, we'll put that back, and we'll put that back put that aside. And there's the watch box itself, which is a beautifully made wooden box. Very nice. Little push button lock, and inside is the thing you've been waiting for. Ta-da! The watch. The Perrelet. Sorry, I can't. Perrelet Turbine. Caliber A5006 / 2, which is at first glance, a simple three-hander, no date watch. Kind of a bluish color on the outside track with orange indices, and You can see already that it's kind of a layered dial. You can see that in this shot. You can see the silver on top of the orange. On top of the silver are the hands and the outer numeric track. Very interesting, but here's its little party piece. Watch this. Look at that. Do it again. It's like an adult fidget spinner. That's why they call this the Turbine, because if you look at an angle slightly, you can see that the blades that do that spinning, they're turbine shaped. They sort of slope ever so slightly downward from here to here. Like you can see it in that one right there. And this is independent from the rotor in the automatic movement, which I'll show you in a minute. But it's just a fun watch. I mean, that's its big party piece is the Turbine kind of fidget spinner thing going there. It's really an interesting watch. And as you can see, it's a rubber strap, and it's a molded rubber strap. It molds around the lugs and fits in very tight up against the case. You can see no gaps. And it's as you can see, it's a cuttable strap, which is why the strap that I had on here, or that was on here that was cut for my dad, won't fit me. I had to cut one block off of each side. For my dad, they had to cut multiple blocks off of each side. He's got smaller wrists than me at this point in our lives. And it's a very nice looking titanium clasp to match the titanium case. Double popper, butterfly style clasp with two small micro adjusters, which do almost nothing and yet made all the difference in sizing this thing. Beautiful engine turning on the inside of the clasp. It really is a very nicely done. Automatic movement, as you can see, when that rotor turns, it winds the watch. When the fidget spinner Turbine turns, it just shows off. Very unusual crown, and it has this little puller thing to help you wind the watch. And of course, it has, when you pop it out, which you can do with that, or not. If you had fingernails, you can pop it out, and as you can see, the movement hacks. So it's very nice looking watch, very nicely decorated movement. You can see the wheel beating away there. Nice polish on the upper bezel, matte finish on the lower part of the case, and the lugs. The upper part of the lugs have, I wouldn't call that polish exactly, but it's certainly brighter than the sides. And the reason I said earlier that some of the distributors that I contacted were sort of surprised that they were listed as Perrelet distributors is because I had to call around multiple places trying to find one of these bracelets or straps, however you want to refer it. And I couldn't find any of them until I finally gave up and I emailed their headquarters in Switzerland, and figuring it would take about a week or so, owing to the holidays and owing to distance, to get an answer back. And surprisingly, I got an answer back from Perrelet USA saying, "Oh yeah, we have one. It's in stock, and we're going to ship it to a place in Boca Raton called East Coast Jewelers, and you'll pay them, and they'll get you the strap." And that's exactly what happened. I contacted, I got the answer and agreed to pricing and everything through Perrelet. They gave me a contact over at East Coast Jewelers in Boca. They contacted me via email and said, okay, we get what's going on. Here's a form, fill it out. Bing bang, and a little bit of boom, and the strap showed up, and it fit. And after a bit of struggling to figure out what the trick was to getting this thing to lock in, because the spring bars are about halfway in on this lug, and it was really hard to get to until I figured out, okay, lock the spring bars in with this thing pointing straight up. Once the spring bars are locked in, then rotate this thing until it locks into place inside a recess on the crown. And what should have been a 5-minute adventure took about an hour. But it fits. Watch, as I do all this, the spring bars will explode and embarrass the hell out of me. But no, I don't think they will. Anyway. It fits beautifully on my 7¼ inch wrist. And with that flush mount crown, even if I was wearing the thing down here over the bone, it wouldn't interfere with my wrist. But there you go. They're fairly the lugs curve down nicely, so you can see it fits very well on my wrist. There's enough looseness there with this thing cut properly that it doesn't bind up on me. And it's just a hell of a nice piece to wear. It really is. I don't know why my dad got tired of it, but Dad, I know you don't watch YouTube, but Dad, I appreciate the gesture. I really do. Love my dad. He's really a hell of a guy. Great guy to talk to. Anyway, have my sheet O stats as I usually do. As I said, this is a Perrelet Turbine model A5006-2 or /2 or .2. I've seen it listed all three ways out there on the interwebs. It is all titanium case and titanium clasp mechanism with the rubber strap. This is probably the first rubber strap I've encountered that I actually like. And that includes Zelos. Yes, I will actually say something semi-negative about Zelos. High quality rubber straps, but I don't like them. There. I've said something negative about Zelos. I get kidded all the time that I'm incapable of doing that. It is a 44 millimeter diameter watch. It is 13 millimeters thick. And it is 18 millimeter lug to lug. I did temporarily, when my dad gave this to me, I did for a few days put this thing on a conventional leather collareb strap. And it fit beautifully. It really did. It worked well. I just wanted to put the original strap on there because it suited the watch. But an 18 millimeter wide leather strap will work. Let's see, where am I? 50 meter water resistance. So this is not, it is a sporty watch, but it ain't no swimmer. I love that. It is an adult fidget spinner. And if you don't know what a fidget spinner is, Google it. Flat sapphire crystal with AR coating on the inside. It is a 21 jewel caliber P181 movement, automatic movement. I don't know. I really tried to research this as best I could. I don't know if this is based on an ETA movement or some other movement. All I could find was it was a caliber P181. I would tend to think that, given the fact that these guys claim watchmaking going and clockmaking going all the way back to 1777, I'm willing to bet that these guys make their own movements. And you can see the Geneva stripes, what they call Cote de Genève, or Geneva stripes on the plate. And it's a hollowed out movement. It really is nicely decorated. I mean, it's not going to win a contest in decoration with, say, um, a Patek or something like that, or one of those really complicated movements with hammers and bars and bridges going every which way, but it's a nicely done movement. And it does seem to be keeping very good time. I've been watching this thing for a while. I am in the process of working on getting my hands on a time grapher, or as Random Rob calls it, the truth sayer, or whatever. What does he call that? Yeah, truth, something like the truth detector. But come on, spin for me. There we go. Sometimes you can get this thing spinning a lot, like that. I mean, that was a good 5-6 second spin. Anyway, it's a great little watch. It really is. I really appreciate my dad letting me have this. You know, really is a nice watch, nicely done. I'll wear this very proudly. Enjoy it, because it is one of the most unusual watches. Come on, spin for me. There you go. It is definitely one of the top 3 most unusual watches that I own right now. Yeah, definitely top 3. Probably top 1. So, I hope you enjoyed a look at something that's definitely a bit different. Definitely a walk on the unique side of the watch world. And I'm going to wrap the video up with my usual. If you like the video, a thumbs up is definitely appreciated. Comments, questions, suggestions down there. I read them all. I answer them all. I delete the crap. I delete the negativity. I delete the garbage. And there are those of you out there who are trying to not play nice. You can if you want to. That's your prerogative. You'll be seen by a few people and then very quickly deleted and blocked. So you won't be seen anymore. So have your fun, but I ain't gonna put up with it. And if you like the video, it's your first time here, and you like this video and you want to see more, I'd appreciate a subscription. Click the subscribe button and click the bell icon next to it so that when I upload another video, you'll be alerted. The channel's growing, and I appreciate all my subs. And I appreciate all my future subs. I'm sure you're out there somewhere, and I appreciate you. Thanks for stopping by. Y'all have a good rest of the day, and I'll see you in my next video.